till you know it's begun. Hello everybody and welcome back. I don't know if you guys have seen my Instagram lately, but I actually just very recently came out to my mom. It still feels so weird that I can even say that because I honestly did not know if it would ever happen. It took me 2 weeks to work up to it. I really didn't think in my heart of hearts that I had anything to worry about. You know, there was always that chance that shit was gonna go down. And so that made me really scared. And, you know, I was talking a lot about this whole process with my therapist too. She was, you know, we were both talking about how, you know, there's so much pressure from the media to do it. From other YouTubers, I've seen so many, like, gigantic coming out videos and are like, you know, people, you know, recording them coming out to their parents or grandparents. Even though those types of videos do have a lot of merit to it, it does create the sense that, you know, this whole process is like such a big to do. It's such a huge thing, an important, scary thing to do. So there are gives and takes of making videos like that. At least right now, my mom told me that she's still trying to learn to handle it, but our relationship really hasn't changed. I'm thankful for that because it's not applicable to everybody, which I understand. This whole process, it really made me think about just like the reasons about why you should even come out. Once again, there are a lot of external forces, I think, that are telling us how important it is to do it. It will greatly impact the people that are in your peer circle. You always get imagery of, you know, like a weight being lifted off your shoulders. And you also get a lot of these big Hollywood ideas about like of how different your life will be and how better you'll feel after you come out. And at least in my experience, like most of those things don't apply. It's just a hard thing for me to wrestle with because it's hard for me to think about because people that I respect, like Dan Savage, he talks about how important it is to come out, how there are people in the world being killed because of who they are. And you coming out, it will make a difference in making it more acceptable, which is great. But also, like, you know, if you are in the closet in some way, like whether it's like, it was my situation where it's like to everybody else except for your parents, that's a lot of responsibility and that's a lot of pressure to place on yourself. You know, you have enough troubles going on in your life, I'm sure, and the whole idea of placing death and murder of people from other countries all on you, it's something that I don't think I actually agree with. Even though it is a benefit of coming out, I do think that at the end of the day, it still should be for you. I think something that the media usually does not highlight is that you should put yourself first. You shouldn't do it because you see other YouTubers doing it. You shouldn't do it because, you know, there are people that are telling you, you know, like, oh, you're going to save lives if you do this, or like, you know, their weight's going to be lifted off your shoulders. You should do it because you feel like it will help you in some way for people to know about that part of your identity. When it comes down to it, you don't owe your parents that information. You don't owe anybody that information. At least this is what I think. I don't know about what other people think, because I do know that staying closeted does factor into other parts of your life. It's very complicated. But at the end of the day, you do have to do it for yourself. Plus, like, it's such like a minor part of who you are. At least it should be. And another thing is that you don't have to do it in person either. I think a lot of media, YouTubers included, they also tell you that, oh, you know, like, it's so disrespectful to not say it in person. You would owe it to your parents. But once again, I don't think you really owe your parents anything. And you should find a way to come out if you want to, a way that just works for you in whatever way that is, whether it's texting or it's Facebook messaging or making a video. Like, just do whatever works for you. The point is for the information to get out there. And, you know, if you feel that you would be unsafe either mentally or physically, if you do it in person, then don't do it. Again, it's all about what works for you. I really think that the whole idea of helping other people accept people like you, it should just be a side benefit of you finding it within yourself to come out. Because at the end of the day, you don't actually ever have to do it, and you shouldn't feel so much guilt if you don't want to do it. It does feel good, though. I'll say that. It feels great, but at the same time, like, I would like to encourage withholding judgment from people that don't ever want to do it, because we don't know their lives, and they could have very good reasons for not coming out. That's basically all I've got for today. Once again, these are just some thoughts that I've been having since I came out to my mom, and I've told other friends about it, and we've had a lot of interesting discussions about this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you, and I will see you next week. Goodbye!